Thunderation is an aerodynamics mine train that opened in 1993 at Silver Dollar City in Branson, Missouri. It's located at the front of the park to the left of the entrance, right next to Time Traveler, the park's Mach Extreme spinning coaster. It's actually the oldest coaster in the park now that the old Fire in the Hole is gone, and it does certainly feel like it is. It's also one of the newer mine trains built by Aero and one of the more extreme ones, which makes for a pretty rough ride towards the back of the train or in wheel seats. There is some theming in the queue line with a general mine vibe, but not nearly as much as some of the other rides in the park. The trains also look like a real train at the front, similar to Thunder Mountain at Disney parks, and just have your standard lap bar as a restraint. The ride stats are pretty impressive for a mine train with a height of 81 feet, speed of 48 miles per hour, and a track length of 3,022 feet. Now we got the stats out of the way, let's see how it rides. The ride begins right out of the station with a swooping drop towards the right, down the hillside to pick up some good speed. You then make a sweeping right turn as you continue down the hill before entering a very long and lateral-filled helix near Time Traveler's last turnaround. And it's also pretty janky in this section too, as most mine trains are. Towards the end of this massive helix, you enter a tunnel and emerge into a surprisingly good floater airtime hill as you dive further down the hill and pick up even more speed. You make another sweeping turn to the left, and this is also the roughest part of the ride, rattling the entire train during this section. You pop up into another tunnel where you can finally go up the ride's one and only lift hill, about 2/3 into the actual ride tunnel. As you reach the top of the lift hill, you make a slight left turn before going down another sweeping drop to the left, and it rattles the train again through the entire turn before popping up the hill again and entering the final brake run. As you can probably tell from my description of the ride, this is a very janky and rough roller coaster. I was honestly looking forward to this coaster as I generally like mine trains more than most people, and had heard that this was the best one. I certainly do agree that it is the most intense mine train I've been on, with speeds of almost 50 miles per hour, but it's so janky and rough in these fast sections that it really takes away from the ride experience. Now I will say I did get a ride towards the back in a wheel seat, but wheel seats take up most of the train anyway, due to the cars being 3 rows long. Maybe towards the front in a middle row of one of these cars would have been better, but the track profiling was still very janky nonetheless. I rank it behind all the other mine trains I've been on, including Adventure Express at Kings Island, River King Mine Train at Six Flags St. Louis, and Thunder Mountain. It is probably the best layout, but the mostly unpadded trains combined with the amount of rattle really limits how enjoyable this ride can be. With all that being said, you should still give this ride a try, but definitely try and sit towards the front in the middle of a car for a better ride. Also do yourself a favor and ride Time Traveler right before and after riding this. Be sure to subscribe for more content and be on the lookout for more coaster reviews and other theme park videos in the near future.